Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the daily time frame, and we have daily Gaussian channel turned on, or rather just the Gaussian channel, and we are on the daily chart. So, just to show that the dotted lines that I've drawn here represent the Gaussian channel where it's traveled, and our predictions, estimates of where I believe it is going. So that's that. We will turn that off now because it makes all the colors funny. So in addition to that, we have a bunch of other lines. The vertical lines, the blue one represents the halving event, and I may have moved. No, it's right where it belongs on the 20th. And then the pink one represents the FOMC meeting on the 1st. And this yellow one represents the next CPI data release on Wednesday, May 15th. Just a couple weeks away. Less than that. Just less than that. And there are more lines, but for some reason more vertical lines, I should say. For some reason, they appear, disappear, reappear. But our next FOMC meeting is where this asterisk is on June 12th. And there is also a CPI data release the same day. That is going to be big, darlings. Now, and that's one of the reasons for what I'm about to tell you. So, in addition to the lines I've mentioned so far, you see a group of parallel channels traveling this way. Those are significant channels that go way back in history and depict where Bitcoin price action has traveled over the course of the past 14 years. We've traveled, not catching these upper moves here during our bull rallies, but a lot of the other price action. Bitcoin has stepped up and down in these channels. And I've gone over this time and time again. And most significant is this white channel here that we're currently trading about. And when we've broken that channel, it's when we started our parabolic runs here even in 2013. We had this last resistance here in consolidation within this channel before exploding upwards. 2013. That white channel, that is. And then we're still moving through time through our next bear market. And then once again, once we broke through the bottom of this white channel, we started our bull rally up there. Came back down. You can see we had a lot of price action within this channel during our bear market in 2019. And once we broke through it here, came right back down, held it as support, and started our kind of a bull rally upwards, but came back down, held this white channel as support once again. But for COVID, we were unable to hold it as support, fell through. And then once we held it after COVID and the next, what do you call those things? Halving. we held it for support from May of 2020 all the way to October of 2020. And once we finally did bounce off of that and start our bull rally of 2021, then we come back down to it here in the bear market of 2022, bounced off of it, tried to get back up above it, and came crashing through it. You can see it acted as resistance here. And then we traveled in the various channels below it. And currently, where are we? We are in that white channel. And it's marked by this green line. Right now, we're getting rejected off of it, and we're trying to get back up into it. And ironically, it's also within this Gaussian channel here. It's up between the mean band. It's up above the mean band of the Gaussian channel, pretty much. So that's where we're at today. And guess when our bull rally will start? Once we break. Well, not necessarily once we break this channel, but we'll probably break it, maybe test it for support, maybe bounce along top of it. And where is that? Right there. It's around 80,000. This is going to be very interesting because you know how Gerber Baby has the 5.3 theory. I believe that is around 77, 8, 9, something like that area. And the top of this channel is right around 79,000 in June. Here on May 15th, it's at 76,000. So we could come up here in May. And what's probably going to happen, Gerber Baby's going to have a field day in May because we are going to be testing that area probably, more than likely, as we do come up here out of the daily Gaussian channel. We'll probably find resistance here at 73 where we have in the past, and maybe even break above that. Probably find rejection here at the top of the white channel around 76, 70,000 towards the end of May. And a lot of people will be thinking that that is the top. This narrative is going to continue. You'll even hear people say double top because we hit 73 just about a month ago or so. And when we do it again in another few weeks, the double toppers will be out in full force. But more than likely what we're going to do is hit the top of this, find support on there, bounce around in here until June, till the FOMC meeting. Might be probably very likely that we don't get into the 80,000 region until after the FOMC meeting here in June. Yeah, and you're going to hear a lot. You're going to hear a lot over there about the 5.3 theory and what have you, and a double top and Bitcoin's going down. You're hearing it now. If you think you're hearing crazy talk like that now, then it's gonna get more intense here, and this is where all the big boys are going to continue to suck up your Bitcoin. Because why do you think they're sucking it up now at 60,000? Why do you think Mr. 100 sucking up all this. Well, I have another theory about who Mr. 100 could be. Someone set out to wreck Bitcoin too, a government entity or something like that. Accumulate profit off of it, but then initially attempt to wreck it when they dump all their coins at much higher prices. I mean, that's a conspiracy theory, and but you know, who knows? Who has the potential to buy up a lot of Bitcoin? Someone who has a money printer. Anyway, so that's what I think about that, and about where we're going to be traveling in May and June. But currently, let's get to that. So, you know, since October, in August and September, I've called a major bull run. A major bull run. Not like what we saw here since 2023. It came up, crashed down, up, crashed down, up, crashed down. Nice, we had a nice rally here. But starting over here, I was saying, hey, we are about to see a significant bull run where the price of Bitcoin doubles and triples, and the altcoins too. And that's what we saw. We saw a major bull rally where Bitcoin did double and triple, and an extended bull rally throughout the end of the year. And that's what we've had. A nice rally up, big, strong, steep rally up and consolidation. Big, strong, steep rally up and consolidation. And you think I'm going to say a big, strong, steep rally up and consolidation? I don't think that's going to happen. I think we are going to consolidate further in this ascending triangle here. Some have already questioned me on this, but no, we are forming an ascending triangle. The question is, okay, so we have these key points here where I've drawn these arrows, touch there, touch there. Now we have fallen out through it, but big deal, we're seeing a lot of, we do see interaction with the bottom of the channel of the triangle here. However, a lot of times when we're forming these consolidation patterns, we expand the triangle. Now, no doubt the top is here at 73. We haven't really hit that area again. I mean, we kind of did up here at, I get that black mark on my screen. So we kind of hit it up here a second time at 72.7. Oh, it's almost 7. I mean, God, that's pretty damn close. This is where we hit the top of this channel. Now this channel, this white channel here, is very significant. You need to draw this channel on your chart if you want to know what Bitcoin's going to do over the weekend and next week, in addition to the daily Gaussian channel. So when you draw your whatever bull flag channel here, draw it at this point here. So the top is catching April 8. The center line is catching this wick here, this red candle on the 27th of March. Catches this candle body on the 25th of March. And the candle wick here on April 2nd, the candle wick here on April 13th, the candle wick here on April 17th, this candle wick here on April 22nd, so on and so forth. We came up to it here just recently, 30th of April. Now we have not come all the way quite down to the bottom of it here. Now that can signal that we're breaking the trend. We didn't have the strength to come all the way down to the bottom of the channel here. And we're breaking the trend and we are about to break up above it. That is very, very likely to happen. What you can see we're doing currently is that we are struggling here at the center line of the channel. Struggling to hold that as support. Still is a good chance we get rejected here and come back down to the bottom of the channel at around $55,000 on Saturday. The upper 54 something to 55. That is not out of the question, and we're having a big bear bull struggle. That does not necessarily have to happen. So we want to watch for support here. Now you can't see a lot on the daily time frame. So you know what? Let's just go all the way down to a 5-minute because this started earlier today. Or rather Thursday, depending on what your time frame reference is. There's the center line of our channel right there. So you can see on Thursday that we came right up to, on the 5-minute chart here, came right up to it and got rejected. This is why people question all the lines I have drawn on my chart. The reason I have them here is for the lower time frames. And you can see that we do interact with it, come right up to it, got a rejection. And then came up and struggled with it on many 5-minute time frames. Tried to wick through it here, tried to get through, but ended up getting rejected. Again here. Trying to get through it here. And keep getting rejected, but not back down to the bottom of the channel. And currently now, since about 1 o'clock UTC Friday, we broke it above it. Are we still above it? Oh, nope, no, we're not. Nope, we're struggling with it again. So what's important to note is that we attempt to hold 1 hour candles above it. We did not close an entire 1 hour candle body above it until right here. And again here, although we still wicked through it. And then whoops, we lost it here on the hourly time frame. And finally held it again here. So here we started a new 4 hour candle, a 1 hour and a 4 hour candle above. Oh, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong line. Oh my God, I got confused. I'm tired, it's early in the morning, late at night, early in the morning, depending on what you want to. Oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, the line we're looking at is up here. So you can clearly see how we struggled to close we got rejected with hourly candle bodies here. And then finally started an hourly candle body here, but that's the middle of a 4 hour time frame. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second because we want to hold an hourly candle body above it and then 4 hours. So I'm switching to a 4 hour chart. We're still struggling to do so. And we're just going sideways, but in going sideways, we are traveling through a downward diagonally sloping channel. So as long as we can hold sideways support, eventually we will start closing candle bodies above that and it will hold as support, but we have not done so yet. These are 4 hour candle bodies and you can see the struggle to do so that we are having. Now, if we can start closing hourly and 4-hour candle bodies above this line, that's why you need to draw this channel on your chart. If we can do so today, Friday, then there's a good chance that we've hit bottom here. It's a good chance that this was our bottom over around 56, 7 or whatever it was. Yeah, $56,500. It's a good chance that that is our bottom, which makes sense with the Gaussian channel. Typically, you see when we enter the Gaussian channel, you see us at some point, sometimes at the center, at the mean band, we will find support and just bounce back out. But usually a lot of times we at least come down to the bottom of the channel and even wick through it and then see a sharp move back upwards through the channel. Or we will see moves through the channel and rejection and support at the mean band, the top of the channel. You'll see those moves. So those are significant areas of support and resistance that you need to be aware of over the next coming weeks as well. Now, here we've traveled far enough down outside the bottom of the channel. And this would satisfy this move completely. This is a completely healthy move. However, it could come back down one more time. And that's not out of the question. It's certainly not necessary. But, you'll just have to wait and see. The market right now, the big boys are trying to shake and bake you guys and shake you out of the system. They're trying to clear out leverage. They're trying to scare people who are highly leveraged around this area into giving up their Bitcoin. And so that's the game here. And certainly a move down to 55,000 would not be out of the question. But we could hold this and move upwards. And then the challenge will be to break that. That's what I think is more likely here. This is what I certainly think is more likely, that we find support here, come back up through the bottom of the Gaussian channel, and hold support in this region over the weekend. That is typical. And then next week we will break out of this channel upwards here. Maybe struggle with this line heading into the next FOMC meeting. Not quite sure. We'll just have to get to that when we get to that. Do we come up here, hold it as support? Maybe people or start getting news that the CPI data release is going to be good, and maybe we bounce back up here in this region. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, this is the struggle right here. Gotta see what happens here over the weekend. If there was a chance that we would come back down here, Saturday would be the day. Saturday are typically days where, depending on where you live in the world, Friday night, where I'm in the Pacific West coast of the United States, starting maybe Saturday, we see a rally with the start of, or Friday night, we see a rally, we see then dumping on Saturday, and then a lot of times recovery on Sunday as we get ready to start the Monday morning, the new Monday morning at 5 p.m. where I live on Sunday. And so I'm moving my cursor around, not even looking at the days, but so a new day will begin, a new week will begin right there. if we do come down to 55, I'm thinking that it's going to be quick, and then we will move back up to struggle with this center line again on Sunday, and then break back above it. We'll know more when we see what happens today with the U.S. market trading hours. So essentially, that is what we are looking at. This center line. Now the question is too. Oh, here we go. Because look at this here. So you should be well familiar with the 21 week moving average, a simple moving average here. That's this light blue line. And that is a line. Do I really need to tell you this? If you've been watching anybody's channels, you know that in the bull markets, let's go back to here. We're on a daily time frame. In our parabolic bull markets, we hold this line as support, this light blue line, the 21-week moving average. It's our support, and then when we break it, that's not good. And then we came back up here and held it as support for our next double top in 2021. You can see when we have bull rallies, we hold it as support. And then also here in 2017, kind of wicked through it right here. But other than that, it's been something that we hold as support. Came right back down to it here and here, but did not break it. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're at one of these moves here. Now you see that we did not come all the way down and touch it here. What did we do back here? So back down here, we wicked through it on a daily time frame, but closed the previous candle body. So see, look at this. We came down almost to it here, and then rallied upwards. Got rejection at the top of this channel. Came back down, bounced off it on this daily time frame, and then the next day we did crash through it, but closed the candle body above it. And here came back down and tested it again the next day. And you know what? Look at this. That's over the weekend too. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that is so similar to where we're at right now. It's so similar to what could be happening. Let's see what it was the next time we did this. Yep, that was over the weekend too. Interesting. There's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right there. Very, very interesting. How about, oops, I forgot what I was doing. How about this time? Thursday, but that's a Friday. Well, Look at that. That's interesting, because this is where the stock market started taking over. During the week, Bitcoin behaves a certain way, and then on the weekends is where you're going to see the dumpy action. That's very interesting. This is the first time I just noticed this, but it's something I've been saying currently. But Now you're not seeing it here necessarily in the bear market. Here you do. This crash down was over the weekend. So the weekends are when Bitcoin can come crashing down. So that's something that I've emphasized since the ETF started, at least. And it just got backed up right now, big time, by our previous bull market. So here, if we did want to come back down, so you can see that it is possible, we could see a wick through this. This is at currently 54,132, but it's going to move up to like whatever. It's going to move up a little bit into, just above around 55,000. And this is where we could see a wick down, maybe even to the lower 50s. And that's what people are saying. If we were to see that, it would be this weekend. Saturday's the big day. If we do not hold this line of support, Saturday's the big day for a strong wick down and buying opportunity. Your last buying opportunity before we move upwards for bargain basement prices on Bitcoin and your favorite altcoins. Next week we will rally. Question is, do we rally from here where we're currently at, or do we rally from down at or below this 21-week moving average? Now, if we just come down to the bottom of the channel, that's about 54.8. And if we did wick through that, it's not going to be for very long. And it is a buying opportunity. It is not a Bitcoin crashing to zero scenario. It's a huge buying opportunity. So get ready for that for tomorrow. But we'll see. Have to see if the bulls will give anybody that opportunity. They may not. So I have really deliberated about this scenario long enough, I believe. So, you know what? I haven't mentioned Alto IRA in a long time. You'll hear another IRA company mentioned, and I had a very bad experience with them and got absolutely, to this day, no customer support. Just about a month or so ago, I reached out to them again, wrote to their customer support, told them what my experience has been with them, and gave them another opportunity to respond. Absolutely no response from their customer support. And that's the company that you hear shilled on every other chartist, influencer, whatever you want, YouTuber's probably a more accurate word. You'll hear their company shilled on every other website, and I'm not going to mention their name. The company, the IRA company, Roth IRA company that I have had huge success with is Alto IRA. So there's a lot of options out there. I'd research them and do your own research. Lots of lots of options out there. Lots of financial institutions are interacting with crypto. You can buy the Bitcoin ETFs. A lot of financial institutions are allowing you to, like, I guess I can say I'm linking my Schwab account to Coinbase, and I can use it as a fiat on-ramp. Because the credit union that I'm using for my banking does not allow or isn't. I don't know if they're anti. I don't think they're anti-crypto. It's just that their platform doesn't hook up to Coinbase currently. But I can, go from my credit union account to my Schwab account to Coinbase. So, or you can use a lot of other traditional banks, but you know what? I don't like those banks. Not B of A, not Chase, not. I just recently had a horrible experience with US Bank. So the traditional banking system, I'm exiting. And I'm making it very clear to them that they cannot, that I'm the customer. They're the business that needs to provide a service to me, and they are failing to do so. And if they can't meet my needs, they will not have customers. Not me, and not a lot of you. So I think we all need to make that very clear to these banks. Anyway, that was my little rant. Alto Ira, check them out. I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with them. And you can trade your crypto on Coinbase through your Roth IRA account, tax-free. There's no monthly maintenance fee on a crypto account. And yeah, it's just lovely. It's a lovely experience. You can multiply your assets without having to worry about that big tax hit on them. So look into that. I really, really suggest looking into that. Okay, so I will go and subscribe, and before we go, oh, look at this. Oh, nice, sweet. What time is it? U.S. markets are about to open. Well, in another hour, and look at what we're doing. We're having a nice candle body above. This is what I'm hoping to see. I don't want to see us crash down to 54.8. I don't want to give these bears any more opportunity to suck up our Bitcoin. Mr. 100s, you've certainly heard, I think yesterday sucked up 4,000 Bitcoin or something like that. That's crazy. So I don't know how these people can suck up so much Bitcoin. There's only like 15 million out there, maybe to 19 million. How can these whales have so much Bitcoin? So look at that. That is sweet. Oh, we're back up above 60,000 and holding a candle body there on the 1 hour chart. Let's see where we're at on a. You know what? That should be the start of a 4 hour candle as well. Yep, it is. Look at that. So we're not exactly holding the entire 4 hour candle there, but the candle body we certainly are. This could be just a fake out wick to the downside. Here, let's see what happened on a 5-minute chart. That'd be interesting. Yeah, look at that. See how nice that is. So when did the hour start? The hour started right here. And you can see the bears tried to push us down. Or this was a fake out. Fake out, fake out, fake out as we came back down. And they're like, oh, it's telling the market, oh, damn it, we're not going to hold this body above this resistance center line here. And then somebody said, nope. Ha! Faked you out, and we're going to suck up all your Bitcoins. Sweet. There's nothing wrong with your video. I'm not saying anything right now. All right. So this certainly looks good. Yeah, look at us. We're all the way up at 60,300. You know what? But still, I'm going to wait to see what happens over the weekend. I'm going to wait till well, because a lot of the Bitcoin I would be buying right now would be on leverage. I'm looking to, well, since I had that experience with US Bank, I'm not using them right now. I currently could unload more fiat to my Coinbase account through US Bank, but I don't want to use them right now. And my other banking relationships that I've just developed, I'm waiting for my for my Schwab account to get verified. I got to go over to my credit union and make sure that that's verified today so I can get some more money into the system. But other than that, I'm looking to add to my leverage, but I'm not. I'm waiting. I'm waiting because I don't know what could happen if anybody was going to make some crazy moves down here, and God knows if Iran blew up Israel or whatever, what could potentially happen. And if that did cause even a wick down, I mean, I'm leveraged all the way, way down here, below 40,000. But a crazy wick down could be bad over the weekend. So I'm just holding off on making any more moves that way until it's safer. So I don't have any problem buying when we're on our way up here. Would make more sense as far as the leverage moves are concerned. Speaking of which, I always want to look at Render and Solana. Oh, good. At least Render's coming. Looks like it's coming back up above 8, around 8 right now. Man, it took a big hit, and I just held on to mine. But I think that's one of the ones that's probably gonna. I do believe it'll 5x from here. Certainly, this bull rally. And Solana's back up. Well, it's 140. It's really not moving like I thought it would. See what XRP is doing, since they are having a big XRP concert in Vegas this weekend. I have to send a shout out to all those XRPers out there in the desert. 52. Let's see what it's doing. Oh, well, that's nice. XRP's coming off of a bottom here. Maybe it's done. Maybe we're done. Maybe we are done. Or maybe we come down one more time. Well, see here, they came down through their 21 week already. All right, I'm getting lost now. What did I want to do? I wanted to go to the leverage thingy. Let's see how that guy's doing. Let's refresh him. We're looking at the 12-hour on CoinGlass, liquidation heat map, model 2 with the symbol button here toggled on. It kind of looks at all the exchanges together. And, oh, yep, they're getting liquidated. I was waiting for that. The bears were using a lot of liquidations to try to drive us down here. I mean, a lot of leverage. Yeah, a lot of these moves are being made are people are using a lot of leverage very tightly to try to force it one way or another, and the bears had a lot of leverage up here that just got liquidated. Yeah, you can see here on the liquidation chart that 34 million shorts just got wrecked here in the past hour, and only 850,000 longs. So, good job, shorts. Good job. Good to see that. When I just realized as I was flipping through my web pages that I have not listened to Eric Crown yet. So I'm going to go listen to him, see what he has to say. So I will go do that. And you guys have a nice day. And go Bitcoin. Go Bitcoin, where are you? Here you are. Oh, okay. Another good thing to look at is the futures. Bitcoin futures is trading at above a $400. Oh, and now it's close to almost $500 premium to spot. That's it's toggling between it, or fluctuating between a $400 and $500 premium to spot. That's good. That's good. We could check out market futures. I'm gonna reveal what my maybe I don't want to reveal what my tabs are on. I don't know what they're on. Yeah, there's some personally identifying info on my browser tab page, so I don't want to go there. Futures. Woo, look at this. Yeah. That's indicating a pump to me. Yeah, I hope we see a nice pump. Now we're on our stock market web page. Yeah, you can see pre-market. Apple's up 7.3% pre-market. Tesla's up 1%. Now, for the past 6-8 months, I can't. If I pull up this chart, it's not. I have to switch to a different chart. But I've avoided Tesla. Well, I'm still avoiding it because I don't think it's going to outperform crypto. But if you did want to get into Tesla, last week would have been the time, because it got down. I called for 153 for a bottom to Tesla, and it did end up hitting 139. But yeah, last week was the bottom. So it came up from 139 last week to 180 right now. That would have been a sweet deal if that's what you were looking for. And this is where you would have gotten that info. As I had the Tesla chart saying that it would go down to 153. Well, I didn't really get into detail, but overall, that it would get down to 153. I wasn't watching the minutia as we got down into that region, but in a general, long-term time frame. That was my target area. And so if you had been looking to this channel and seeing what I think of the charts, you would have been waiting around to buy Tesla until last week. Actually, let's look at the chart. It's not the one that I was using to chart it. We're looking at a daily time frame. Yeah, see, 153 was right there. That was the bottom I called. And so we came below that for 4 days. Just those 4 days. Other than that, that was the bottom right there. If you look at it on a weekly time frame, that would be interesting to do. It's not showing a nice close on 153 like I had wanted, but actually a daily looks better. Daily looks better. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the market and look at our there's my stupid US bank there. Coinbase had a nice move yesterday, I'm sure you heard. And here we are with our Bitcoin exchange traded funds up 2.5%, 225, 2 to 2.5% in pre-market trading after a 4% move yesterday. So it's certainly nice, isn't it? Now, this video is getting really long, and I could take percentages off this FBTC chart and compare them. Compare them to the Bitcoin chart, but that would, I'm not prepared for that, and I don't know what it would result if it would give us any more information that we need to move on. You can see here, though, that diagonally, that's a support level right there. But remember that Bitcoin has to behave a certain way during the week, and the weekends are times for it to let loose. Let's take one last look over here before I turn this off. It's looking good for support on that center line. And now we're testing the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel right there at 60,000. It looks like we could be, we could have seen our lows and we're recovering. But we're not 100% out of the woods because it is a weekend. But you know, still, I don't know. Okay, and just sitting here rambling on and contemplating it is not going to solve anything. So we will want you to be liking. This is what it looks like on an hourly time frame. That's why I got all my lines here. So I can look at the hourly and see how they're interacting with my lines. I can look on the 5 minute and you can see how these lines really play. I mean, even right here on a 5 minute, this green line clearly acted as resistance here, broke through it, and then acted as support here. I believe that green line looks to me to be a more accurate representation of the center line. But you know, when you switch between 5 minute, hourly, and various time frames like that, these lines that are drawn on larger time frames kind of are, they're off a little bit. Who knows what kind of uh, mathematics TradingView uses to place them, but and even place these candles. But clearly you can see how this line right here has interacted with price action. That's why they're there. That is why my lines are on the chart. All right, like, subscribe. See you next time, and let's leave on a nice picture here, like that. U.S. markets open in half an hour. See you soon.